Tonight we're going to plant the tubs. I wanted to do this last weekend, but we've had some pretty bad weather here off and on. Last week and a half, 2 weeks, we've had 2 tornado warnings. One of them was last night, and it was the closest one. They was talking on the news as I was coming home from work. It was confirmed EF1. It was around 35 miles from us, and luckily it went back up in the clouds, so it didn't do a whole lot of damage. But I wanted to give these plants as much of a good start as I could. So we're supposed to have some good bright days with some gentle rain after that, so perfect time to plant. Let me show you what I plan on doing with each one of them. In pot number 1, I have a Oxford yellow heart tomato. At least I think it is. We have, like I said, we've had bad winds. When I brought these first out, like the next week, we had a big wind and my little greenhouse got blown over. So I had to kind of try to go and hope and guess which one was which. But I think I got them pretty close. One of the things I want to try this year is I'm going to actually plant basil with my tomatoes. They say it's supposed to help with nutrition, it's supposed to help with taste, and it's supposed to help keep bugs away because it kind of masks the smell. So I've got regular basil there. This is another ox heart with some basil. My third and fourth one are a yellow tomato called Amen. It's supposed to be a big round, kind of like a beefsteak, and I've got a regular basil there. And then I got these. It's a cinnamon basil, so there's 3 of them there, so I'll put 1 there. And then I found my yellow pear tomatoes, so I've got this one here. Look how tall that thing is already. I've got 3 of them, and I'm going to try something different here. So I'm going to have the cinnamon basil there, the cinnamon basil there, and then I'm going to put the cinnamon basil in with these. I'm going to try to plant, since these are like small pear tomatoes, I'm going to plant 2 together. So I got pear, and then this one here is called Brad's Atomic Grape. It's kind of a funky color. It's got some purple, green, dark colors. I got the seeds from Baker Creek, and I'm pretty excited to see what comes out of those. Then I have 3 pots of peppers. I have my giant macaroons. I've got some Arvarsky. I got and some California Wonders in there. So I'm putting 3 of those per pot. Then I have this one, which I believe is a yellow small tomato. So I'm going to plant those 2 together. And then I got this one give to me. It's a small cherry tomato grape. So I'm going to try it. So I'm trying a couple things different this year. I always try to do a little different. I want to try to experiment a little bit. So I'm going to get to planting. You sit back and watch. Now you'll notice that I planted this one and I kind of laid the stem down and over because it was a little leggy. Those tomatoes, everywhere there's a limb comes out of it or hair, it can turn into more leaves, or excuse me, turns into more roots. So I'm gonna bury these a little bit different than just straight down. Then I'm gonna come right here in the front and plant basil. we go. I've got them all planted. Now I'm going to go back, my little water can, and I'm going to water each one of them in. I missed getting the Brad's atomic. In the middle of it, my camera went beep beep and turned off. Said it got hot. I know it's a little warm out here, but the sun right on the black case, I think is what the problem is. So I'm gonna sit you back more into the shade and you can watch, and we'll finish this out. I'll come back after I get them all watered. Okay guys, I got them planted, I got them watered. Let's see how they do. Stick around throughout the year. I'm going to try to put a few updates here and there on how they're doing. I'm ready for tomatoes. I don't know about you guys. So, as I've said, get out, plant. I've already washed my hands a little bit, but man, getting your hands dirty planting is so much fun, so much, to me it's like connectivity. It gets me connected back into it. Can't wait to actually have a little bit bigger garden whenever we get a place. And, as we say, do what you can where you are. I got pots. One of these days I'll actually have some ground, some actual real raised beds, but I've got a feeling I'll probably keep still using some of these because it does a really good job usually. So guys, I thank you for hanging out. I pray you got some knowledge out of this. Reach down there, give that big old thumbs up, give me a like, subscribe, tell your friends. You never know, maybe they kind of enjoy watching this stuff too. That's what we're trying to do, is bring knowledge, enjoyment, and you know, it's just part of life now. So we thank you guys. Before we go, Blaze Blaze wanted to say hi and bye too. So thank you guys. Have a good weekend. Bye.